and you can add to your debt or you can add to your savings. But the decision is up to you, and it all comes down to being mindful about your financial priorities. Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In this video, we are going shopping and talking about finances, budgeting, a couple of my tips for mindful spending and creating a positive relationship with money as this very large bus drives past me. Oh, van life things, yeah. I forget what I was saying, but yeah, so budgeting, creating a positive relationship with money. We're talking about Costco memberships and some other projects and things that I have in the works to get ready to spend my summer in Colorado. So like this video and subscribe. Let's get into it. This is terrible because I need this and I don't need it all at the same, probably way too much money. $50. Actually, that's a pretty good price, I feel like, for being just like rhinestones. Winter approves. Oh, here's the Hokas. Okay, so this is the style of Hoka that I'm looking at. I really just need to try on, because this is like a hiking / walking shoe, so I really just need to try it on to see if it fits. I typically wear an 8.5. This is a 9, but it'll just give me a good idea of what size I am in these.
Thank you.
Only $16.99 today for the best wipes ever. Well, geez. Struggling. Oh my god. Y'all really can't beat $8 for a big thing of coffee creamer, and you can reuse the container. Let's talk about getting a club membership to Costco or Sam's. Now, what I like about the basic Costco membership is it's about $60 per year, and you can have 2 people on it. So if you split that with somebody, that's $30 per year. That's really good considering all of the money you can save, especially on gas. There are a few main items I really like to get at Costco, as you saw. The main one being these baby wipes. They are so much better than Huggies. They're just quality. They're a good size, and $900 for around $20 is amazing, but today they were on sale for $17. So they come in these packs, and I keep them scattered throughout my van. Now, the thing is about these wipes is I use them for everything. For cleaning, everything. So I go through them fairly quickly. I'd say that I buy a box of, actually, I don't even know. I should start paying attention to how often I buy a box of wipes. But I actually started giving about 3 packs per box to Brock recently. So it is, what is it? Yeah, so is it 12 packs? But I put them everywhere in my van. I keep one in my backpack, and then with the box, I can either, I'll just cut it down with my knife. I can store it in my rooftop box. I can use it as kindling for a campfire. I can put stuff in it if I have to. So, but the box is easy to get rid of. Swiffers, this is what I use for all of the dusting. In my passenger seat headrest, I always keep a Swiffer if you wonder like what that white thing is. So that's a Swiffer. That's how I do a majority of my dusting. Well, that's how I do all of my dusting. But these are incredible, And it's so much cheaper to buy the 50 pack at Costco than like going to Target and Walmart and just buying a small pack. So these are nice because same thing like with the wipes, I can take them out of the box. They squish really nicely, so it's easy to store them. Use the box for kindling. And this is something, both of these things are great where like if you're camping with a few friends and you're thinking, hey, I could really use some of that stuff, but I don't have all the space. You know, your friends can chip in a couple bucks. You can divide all of the bulk items up and it works nicely for everybody. The coffee creamer, this is the coffee creamer that I use. It is the powder, so I don't have to worry about storing it in the fridge. And this lasts me forever. I buy like maybe 2 of these per year, 2 or 3. And I fill different containers. And then once the creamer is all gone, you can use the container. I use one as my pee jug. I have one with pine pellets in it. I've given one away. But these are great reusable containers. The last thing that I really like to get at Costco is sparkling water because you can get a 24 pack for around $8, which is a smoking deal. But today they didn't really have the flavors that I like, so I ended up passing. Ultimately, I highly recommend getting a club membership. Even if you don't split it with somebody, it's still extremely cost effective. Just the Swiffers and the wipes alone and the gas make a Costco membership well worth it. I should also say that I hate shopping for clothes, but Costco has like the best clothes. They're comfortable and they're inexpensive. I got a new hanging headrest organizer. Purchased it on Amazon. We'll see how it goes. I'll show it to you guys, obviously, but I think I'm going to put it on my driver's seat headrest. I have some ideas, but yeah, I'll talk about it more when I show you guys, but I got that. And guess what else I got? Because thinking about this summer, I need to go through my rooftop box, and I actually need like a real genuine fire poker, not like a tarp pole that I've been using for a couple years. So I actually got a fire poker and like a tongs, fire tongs to move wood around so I can finally pack that in my rooftop box. Something else that I need to do before I go to Colorado is make new bug screens. So I'll be showing that to you guys as well. I already have this screen. It's the same thing. I have homemade bug screens that go on each of my sliding doors and my trunk, but I want to make some for my side windows. So that's a project that I have coming up soon. I'm kind of digging that. It has hooks too. You can hang stuff on the bottom. Now looking at it, I don't think my tablet will fit in it, but other things will. So yeah, okay. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The instructions were crazy. Like, look at number 2. On the edge flush, first card bit from top to bottom, card into. Oh. In case y'all didn't notice, I'm not exactly a fashionista. No, ma'am. I've really never been a fashionable person. And to be honest with you, if you asked me today, Amanda, what are the current fashion trends for a 36-year-old woman? I would say, I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I don't know. I dress for comfort. And my overall style would be probably described as cost effective. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm also very cheap when it comes to clothes. Like I mentioned, I hate shopping, especially for clothes, and I don't like spending money on clothes. But when I do spend money on clothes, I try and go about it in the most budget-friendly way possible. Yesterday, I went to a store that I haven't been to in probably 20 years, Burlington. Burlington is like Ross or Marshalls or TJ Maxx nowadays. That's kind of what I noticed from going in there. And I got some really great finds of things that I find to be necessary. I got some new slides. I always wear my Puma slides, but I got some Reebok slides. They're very, very similar in a size 9. Super cute. So I snagged these and they were only $13. So 13 bucks. I plan on keeping these actually brand new. I'm just going to put them in my rooftop box and wear my Puma slides until they give out. But I figured if something happens to those, I'll put these in the rooftop box, so if I'm like in Colorado and I need to bust them out, I have them. I also needed some new socks, so I got a pack of Puma socks for $8, 6 pairs. I got a shirt, an Aeropostale shirt, and I think it's really cute because it's a crop top. And since I lost 45 pounds last year and like I'm feeling really good, I was like, you know what? I feel like I might rock a crop top these days. So I just got, it's an active wear Aeropostale Sport. So $7. $7. And then I got a 2-pack of leggings in a size medium. Actually, they might be a little big, to be honest with you, but this pack would have been, $50. And they are athletic leggings, and they have pockets. So I have 2 pairs of leggings, but they're not for like, I needed something like for hiking this summer. So these will be great. They have pockets. It's the 2 pair, like I said, $50. And I got it for $17. So like even Amazon wouldn't give me a better deal. So they are just capri athletic wear leggings. Again, I got them for hiking and that sort of thing. And then I also ordered my Hoka hiking shoes. So I ordered those yesterday. So all of these things at Burlington, the Reebok slides, the Aeropostale shirt, the Puma socks, and that 2 pair of leggings, under $50. So when we're talking about being conscious and mindful of spending, I don't shop like this ever. It's so rare. I maybe go to the store and make a clothing purchase like this twice a year. So to me, this is not overspending. This is not spending money I shouldn't. These are things that I need to have. Clothing is necessary for humans. So, and I plan on being very active in Colorado this summer. So those are necessary items. And then I did purchase the Hoka shoes. I tried them on. The size 9 worked great, especially because I need to leave a little bit of room for thick socks. And my sister gifted me with a $150 Hoka gift card for Christmas. So the shoes I bought were $175. So I only paid $40 out of pocket for super high quality hiking shoes. So I'm looking forward to getting those. I've been getting some things out of storage, and this is the screen that I use to create the bug screens for my van. So I snagged that out so I can make my bug screens while I'm up north this weekend. Right now I want to speak a little bit on having a positive relationship with money and how I personally budget and my thoughts and ideas around finances. Now, I was raised in a household where my father always taught me that the only way I was going to be happy is if I worked a 9-to-5 secure job and worked every day and made a lot of money, and that's the only way to do things. It took me many, many, many years to get out of that mindset, because I always knew from the time I was young that I just wasn't built for this type of mentality that he was trying to thrust upon me. My sister, she very much thrives in the hustle mentality. My brother has an excellent work ethic. Me, no. I don't want to have to work a lot, and making a ton of money is not worth really anything to me. I always say that I would rather make less money and be happy than make a ton of money and sell my soul to corporate America. So that's just personally how I work. Now, I have been a freelance digital creator and writer for over 10 years now. I do own a business, but my main source of income today in 2025 is YouTube, although I do have several passive streams of income. But I only make about $2,500 to $3,000 per month. Now, my bills are very limited. My bills every month are around $800. So depending on how I do every month, you know, and being an entrepreneur and a digital creator, it's like sometimes I have really good months and sometimes not so much. I have slow months. I have slow times of year. I'm actually coming up on a slow time of year for YouTube. So during those times, I have to watch my spending a little bit more. But I don't make a lot of money, so I need to be very conscious about how I spend it. Now, I do have a savings account, although it has been dwindling over the past year. I probably spent too much money on travel last year, to be honest with you, and I've had a lot of vet bills for Winston in the last 8 months, which today would have been his cardiology appointment that I had to cancel. So those costs have been very substantial, and now as I am making my transition to Colorado, I always take my finances pretty seriously, but I can absolutely tighten up. So just because you don't make a lot of money doesn't mean that money is a bad thing. It's all about how you look at it and the decisions that you make surrounding it. For example, in 2018, when I left my ex-husband and I decided that van life or RV life or, you know, this sort of lifestyle, I really wanted it to be in my future, I decided to make really mindful changes. And I'll never forget the first time I walked into Target and they have like that $1 to $5 section up front of Target stores. And I remember picking something up. And I mean, granted, this was 7 years ago and I still remember because it was such a life-changing moment for me. I picked it up and I looked at it and it was $5 and I was holding this item. I can't even remember what it was. And I asked myself, like, would this fit in an RV? And do I really need it? Because at that time I was thinking an RV would be in my future, not a van. So I put it down and that changed the trajectory of my future. And from that moment on, I learned how to consciously shop and spend. Oh, this item's only $10. Oh, this item's $25. But what if I didn't spend that 10? What if I didn't spend that 25? What if I didn't spend that 40, that 60, that 100? What if every time I thought, I really want this $25 item, and I took that $25 and I put it in a savings account, or I put it toward paying off a bill, or I put it toward something else that needed my financial attention? What if every decision that you made to not spend or to save added up so much over time that now all of a sudden you have gas money, you have money to visit that campground, all of a sudden you have $1,000 in savings and you're like, oh, I can buy those solar panels I need. I really need this portable power station. I really need $1,000 in the bank so I can start my van life journey. Whatever that looks like for you, it's about making one conscious, mindful decision at a time. Do I need to go out to that restaurant? Yesterday I was eating lunch and I really wanted to order a beer and I'm like, do I need that $8 beer? So take a pause when you want to spend that money and say, can I make better use of this? What would happen if I didn't spend this money? And rewarding yourself in the end and saying, and walking out of Target and being like, I had these things in my cart, but I put them back and I didn't spend this $100. I mean, that's something to be hugely proud of for yourself. And then you can continue moving forward because it all snowballs and it all adds up. And you can add to your debt or you can add to your savings. But the decision is up to you, and it all comes down to being mindful about your financial priorities. The truth of the matter is, I don't want to hustle. I don't want to work super hard. I want a very simple, peaceful life. And I'm willing to not make a ton of money to do that. And because of that, I'm willing to watch my money because I want to prioritize van life and travel and experiences and adventures. So that's what I do. Everybody has to find out what works best for them, but overall, I think I'm on a really good track. I have gotten so much done since I have been visiting my friends in the greater Phoenix area. I've really taken advantage of having a driveway to put my van in and having all of these stores near me so I can knock off my to-do list. Simple things like trying on hiking boots. I mean, I hate trying on shoes, but I got that done. I got them ordered. Got some clothes for the summer, got the fire poker, making the bug screens that I have I'll do that in an upcoming video. Getting all this stuff done is really making me excited. It's raising the anticipation for my summer travels, and it just feels really good to be productive and check that stuff off my list. I am heading north this weekend. The weather will be nice. I have a ton of content that I want to make that I have planned out, and I'm really going to focus on getting all of that done because right now, that's what's bringing me the most joy. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch. Remember to like and subscribe if you are new here. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a video, and I will see you guys next time.